guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to show you how to make this t-shirt yarn laptop case. So my laptop is a MacBook Air 13-inch, so this is what the tutorial is going to be based off. So I've actually made this video before and there's been a lot of frequently asked questions, so I thought I'd make an updated version. So let's get into it. You'll need a 10mm hook. A 12 or a 9mm hook works just fine, but I prefer using a 10mm hook. Some scissors. Any scissors will do. And 2 700 grams of spaghetti yarn or t-shirt yarn. These are both 750 grams. It's by the brand Maker and it's the spaghetti, crochet, and knitting yarn. I'm based here in Australia, so we have some limited supply with t-shirt yarn. So I got these at Lincraft. You won't be using all of the 750 grams for both. You're left with around 1/3 of the amount of yarn. Just keep that in mind. You won't be using all of the yarn. First thing we're going to do is combine our two colors and make a slip knot. And chain 16. Now that we've chained 16, double check that you have 16. So we're going to refer to our laptop to see that this is the correct width. You can also alter it with the amount of chains that you make, but I personally like a snug fit for my laptop, so I'm making a chain of 16. So to start row 1, we're going to skip a chain and go in the second chain from the hook. So this is 1, 2. We're going to insert our hook in the back loop only and make a single crochet. So, like so. Insert your hook only in the back loop, yarn over, and pull through. So we're going to single crochet down the chain until the second last loop of the chain. So only in the back loop. So now that I'm at the second last loop of my chain, and this is our last chain here, we're going to insert 3 single crochets in this last loop here, and this will act as our increase and our turning point. The reason for doing this is it creates the base of the laptop case and what creates the round curve. So insert 3 single crochets in this loop right here. So 1, 2, and 3. See how we just like effortlessly turned our work without having to turn our work? We're going to single crochet until the end of the chain using the back loop only again, except on this side. And we're also going to be tucking in our little tail while we single crochet. So don't insert a single crochet here, but insert a single crochet in this loop right here. So inserting my hook and tucking in the tail as well. Like this. I'm going to insert my hook in between here, so there. So if you want a color to be more prominent in the project, you can just fiddle around with it. So let's just say I want pink to be more prominent. I'm just going to put that forward in the front. And now pink is more visible. I'm just going to tuck that in. So it'll constantly change, but you'll just have to fiddle around with the yarn colors, with the colors that you want. But continue doing single crochets again until the second last loop of the chain. So now that we're at our second last loop of the chain, we're going to insert 3 single crochets again in this opposite side from what we just did. So we added 3 single crochets here, and now we're at the other side, we're going to insert 3 single crochets here. Again, this is our turning point and what creates the curve for the base of our laptop. So insert 3 single crochets, two, and 3. Again, we're going to refer to our laptop case to see how it fits. This will be the bottom of our laptop case. I think this is good. And we're going to start row 2. To start row 2, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to add single crochets in all of the stitches until we reach where we chained 1. To make it easier for us to remember where we did chain 1, we're going to add a stitch marker where we just made our chain 1. And now we're going to add single crochets around the entirety of our project. So an important thing to note is that you only need to chain 1 at the beginning of row 2, and you do not need to chain 1 at the start of the other rows. So after row 2, we'll be basically working in a spiral, so we don't need to chain 1. So now that we've taken that into consideration, we just need to add single crochets around the row. So I'm just going to keep adding single crochets until the end of the row, back where we chained 1, and I'll meet you guys there. So this is where we chained 1, so we can take our stitch marker out, make a single crochet in there. And I'm going to reinsert my stitch marker in here just so I know that this is the start of our row. So now we've started row 3. So just keep going around in a continuous loop until we reach the top of our laptop case. So this is the base of our laptop case, and we're going to continue adding single crochets round and round in a continuous loop until we reach the top of our laptop around about here. And I'll meet back with you guys once we reach the top of the laptop. So now that you've almost finished making the laptop case, and we only have around 2 more rows to go until we're finished, we're going to start to do the decrease so that our laptop case doesn't fall out when we're using it. So to start our decrease, we're going to do our decrease where our stitch marker is. I'm going to single crochet until I reach my stitch marker. So now that I'm 1 stitch behind my stitch marker, we're going to decrease with these 2 stitches. So we're going to combine these 2 stitches. So to decrease, we're going to insert our hook here, pull through a loop. I'm going to take my stitch marker out, and I'm going to insert my hook in the 2nd stitch here right next to it and pull through a loop again. So I have 3 loops on my hook, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. You can add your stitch marker back here if you would like. I'm gonna do that. Please don't mind my neighbor's dog. And we're gonna single crochet until we reach our stitch marker again, and then we will start to tie off our work. So just doing a single crochet until we reach our stitch marker again. The amount of rows you do is dependent on the thickness of your t-shirt yarn. This one is a bit thinner and not as thick as the other ones that I've used, so that's why I'm making more rows, but just continue doing rows until you reach the top of your laptop. It doesn't really matter how many rows you do. So I've just done my last single crochet of my row, and again checking with my laptop to see that everything fits. So this is what it's looking like with the laptop inside, both front and back. I'm happy with this because my laptop's pretty covered and it's safe if I drop it. So now that we've checked that our laptop case is where we want it to be and how we want it to be, we can start to finish our laptop case. So to do that, we're going to slip stitch where our stitch marker is. I just took that out and we're going to insert our hook, pull through a loop, and make a slip stitch. So insert that loop in the other loop. I'm going to chain one, just pull that through, and we're just gonna cut this off with our scissors. To weave in our ends, I'm just going to weave in with my crochet hook because it's too thick for the darning needle. So literally just weaving in and out between any holes, just so it's weaved in a bit. It'll blend in with our case anyways. The one that I just made for this tutorial has 26 rows from the chain that we started from. It's all dependent on the type of t-shirt yarn you use because they have different thickness. So for this one, it took me 26 rows from the bottom to the top to cover my laptop. Now that we've also completed our laptop case, this is what's left of the 750 grams of yarn, t-shirt yarn that I used. I think there's still enough left to make another laptop case. So that's how much I have left of my t-shirt yarn. So this is what your laptop case should look like. Don't forget to tag me at Keyshane on Instagram and TikTok because I'd love to see your creations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this tutorial, and I hope it wasn't too confusing. If you do have any questions, please put them down in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my channel because I have more tutorials and crochet vlogs. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!